Assalamu alaikum everyone. We're going to get started with the Arabic alphabet al-Abjadiyya. Two things you need to remember is that Arabic is written from right to left and that Arabic is cursive for the most part. There are some letters that do not connect with the following letter, but you'll figure these things out as you go. Next is you should visit the arabicalphabet.com if you want to have the alphabet on hand whenever you need it. And let's get started. So, Alif is the first letter. And the letter that we will be talking about will be big, in big font right here. The name of the letter, which is only the name, not the pronunciation. The name, which is used to refer to the letter if you're talking about it. It will be down here. And then the different looks of the letter based on its position in the word, whether beginning, middle, or end of the word, it's going to be here. And some notes about the letter here, okay? And this first letter is kind of equivalent to the letter A, okay, in the English alphabet. But not exactly, but take it with a grain of salt, okay? The Alif is pronounced as a glottal start most of the time when it comes in the beginning of the word. So, that's the glottal start. And let me give you an example. أغسل, 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 which means I am washing. Sometimes it has this hamza, right? This hamza at the top, and sometimes it doesn't. When it's in the middle of the word, it looks like this, and this is how it looks like if the preceding letter actually connects to it, but it might not. And this is at the end of the word, which it looks like if the preceding letter also connects to it. If it doesn't, then we just remove it. Okay? It just looks like when it's in the beginning of the word. And if it doesn't have a hamza, it usually has an elongated a sound based on what the previous letter is. So if the previous letter is an R, or in Arabic, Ra, and then an Alif comes after it, we say Ra. Okay? Ra. So it's elongated. Now let's get moving faster than this. Next letter is Ba, which is equivalent to the letter B. Okay? Very simple. This one is Ta, pronounced like the letter T. This is Tha, which is pronounced like the TH in thin, thick, and think. This is Jim, pronounced like the letter J in George and in J and the J in jar. This is Ha, which is pronounced as an H with a constriction of the throat, giving it a sharper sound than H. It's not Ha, it's Ha. Next is Kha, pronounced like the sound you make when you try to get something stuck out of your throat. Kha. Then we have Dal, which is pronounced like the letter D. Simple. Dhal, which is pronounced like the letter or the letters TH in the, this, and that. Next is the letter Ra, which is pronounced like the letter R, but with a roll, right? We say Ra, we don't say Ra. And then the letter Zai, which is pronounced like the letter Z. Next is Sin, Sin, pronounced like the letter S. This one is Sheen, pronounced like the letters SH in she, share, ship. This is Sad, pronounced as an S coming from the deep in the throat. A tip here is to pretend to be Kermit the Frog. Sad, Sad, right? Kermit the Frog cannot say the letter S. He says Sad. Okay? Next is Dad, pronounced as a D coming from deep in the throat. So, Da, do, do. It's not da, da, da. It's dad. Next is ta, pronounced as a T coming also from deep in the throat. So we don't say ta, we say ta, ta, ta. The sound is coming from deep in the throat. Next is va, va, which is pronounced like the TH in the this and that, but coming from deep in the throat as well. So it's va, va, va. It's exactly like saying the, this, that, but not saying the, saying va, va, and you get it. Ain is pronounced like the soft growl of a dog. Ain. Ain. And then the ghain is pronounced like gurgling of water. Ghain. Do not mistake it for which is like trying to get something out of your throat. But ghain is more trying to flap your glottis in order to gurgle the water. Next is fa, fa, which is pronounced like the letter F. Qaf is pronounced like a K, but from beginning of the throat. From Qaf is from here, qa, 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 and it has a deeper sound. It's not ka, it's qa, ah, qaf. Next is kaf, which is pronounced like the letter K. It's fairly simple. Next is lam, pronounced like the letter L. Mim, pronounced like the letter M. Noon, pronounced like the letter N. Ha, pronounced like the letter H. Waw, pronounced like the letter W. Wa, wa. And ya, pronounced like the letter Y. Okay? So if you go back and look at all of them, a lot of them have similar shapes. So the ba, ta, and tha are like a group, and it's just the dots that change. The jim, ha, and kha are a group, and it's just the dots that change. Dal and dal, same thing. Ra and zai, same thing. So if you can group these letters and just remember them as these groups, and then remember which one has the dot and which one doesn't, or which dots go where, it'll be easier for you to remember them rather than thinking each letter is completely different than the rest of the 27 other letters in the alphabet. Next we see Sin and Shin. These are similar letters, similar shapes, it's just the dots that change. Sad and Dad, Ta and Da, Ain and Ghain, Fa and Qaf, and then Kaf, Lam, Mim, Noon, Ha, Waw. Yeah, these ones are a little completely different than the rest, right? They don't have a grouping. But go through them, try to write them out on a piece of paper, and remember how they look like in the beginning, middle, and end of the word. And you'll be good to go. Next section will be mastering the pronunciation of these harder letters, and we got a little bit of a glimpse of how to pronounce them, but we'll go over them a little more. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.